Welcome to So We Don't Forget podcast, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy.
So our first episode here today, we're going to be talking about Christmas. I got my Christmas for everyone watching the video version here, Mickey Mouse. Christmas is one of our favorite things, and so even though it's not everyone's cup of tea, but you know,
Nice.
yeah, got my tea. But before we get into all that,
I got my Christmas hat on.
oh yeah, he does. Not a
Wait,
sponsor.
there it is. Not a sponsor. It's a hat I actually wanted for a long time. It's my 47 brand. Wait, there it is. Fun thing is, we were on.
No.
Well, yeah, we were at Disney Springs. I've been wanting this hat for years. I tried to buy it last year. And we went to the Christmas party, and it was sold out everywhere except like Germany or something. But it was like, it wouldn't let me buy it because it was like so much money for shipping. And we were just walking around Disney Springs, and I got an email from 47 brand, and they're like, "Hey, hats are on sale." So I was like, I'm looking. I'm like, "Oh, it's on sale." I was like, I don't know. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy it."
So he bought it.
So I bought it, and here we are. I got a hat problem for those who don't know.
He does. Brandon knows. Brandon's listening. But before we get into our list, we'll talk a little bit briefly about why we started our podcast. Which shout out to my husband Jamal. I'd say part of it's him.
Shout out to Jamal.
Yeah, for always on PlayStation parties, and he says, "If you guys had a podcast, I listen to it." So Jamal, this is us seeing if you're actually listening to
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna check our numbers. It's funny because I gave Felicia headphones the other day. Went to Raising Cane. Shout out Raising Cane. You should sponsor us. And he's like, "What do you need that headphone for?" I'm like, "Because we're starting a podcast." "Oh, nice." And then we got online like an hour later in the PlayStation party. So, "What'd you need those headphones for?" "Why?" I'm like, "For a podcast." "Oh, you're serious?" "Yeah." "Oh, I thought you were joking."
I thought you were joking.
No, I'm like, "No, we are." "Oh, okay." Felicia's like, "Yeah, because of you, because of me." Then he was like flattered. He's like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, and he said he'd make us an intro. So look out for that in the future. It will be coming soon.
Whenever he decides to do it.
He's gonna do it. He's just
He'll do it.
He's working.
He's busy. He's a busy man.
He's a busy man. But anyways, we had named it So We Don't Forget because, well, we forget. Jeremy's memory is a lot better than mine, but we always say we vlog so we don't forget. So we can watch back the vlogs and see all our memories because we forget. So now we're going to talk about old stuff, and Jeremy probably has stuff on there I forgot about, and I'm like, oh yeah, or I'll still.
I probably don't. Who knows?
And then we'll talk about new stuff happening, so we don't forget it.
So we don't forget it.
That's right. So you want to start off your list? Mine are not in any order, just as I thought of them. So no level of importance at all.
No, you can forget because mine are just like general items as of what I have down right now.
All right, you want to go off with your first one?
The only thing I have written down here is just for Christmas is just Christmas now versus then. Just how it just seems different nowadays, if that makes sense.
I have many things I feel like on my list that are not all the reasons, but quite a few reasons why I think it's different.
Right, especially the reason I write that is just because of like you see the videos on like Instagram or whatever of like Christmas back in the early 2000s and Christmas now.
Those make me sad. Or they put the music behind it?
Yeah, that's the ones.
The nostalgic music?
Yeah, it's like here's Target when it was like back when I had popcorn like that back in the day, and just how I feel to walk in.
Remember that. I would go there wanting popcorn, but now I go there wanting Starbucks instead.
I want popcorn.
I don't even know if they have popcorn anymore, to be honest.
I don't know either. Actually, never thought about it till just now. You probably go to Target more than I do, though. Well, actually, I wrote it down.
I'm going to go to Target today. Oh, and speaking of today, before we get too far, shout out John's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Jonathan.
Happy birthday, John.
As of this recording.
As of this recording, it is John's birthday. 21st birthday. And
21st on the 21st.
Yeah, his golden. But he said he don't want to end up like his brother, so he ain't hitting it hard. He said he ain't doing it.
And Dad was asking about the picture. He's like, "Where's Thaddeus from?" In there, I was like, "It's from 4th of July, the one year." He said, "Oh, I remember that."
Yeah, he has on his Bomb Pop shirt.
Yeah, once he heard of that, he said, "Oh, I remember now."
It was a rough time for him.
Yes, it was. So shout out to Jonathan. Oh, garbage man's outside.
I heard him outside. But one of my things on here is because why it feels different as an adult was the Christmas break.
Oh yeah, Christmas break.
And no work. Because now it's like you work up to Christmas.
Or if you're me, you work on Christmas.
Yeah. And I'm like, before, like, you'd be like, oh, so many days. I think most kids, they're on break now. I think it's so many days before Christmas.
Really? Oh yeah. Because then you'd
Yeah.
have off until after New Year's too.
Yeah, you'd be off. Some people aren't lucky enough to be off. I know some people who are off. Well, not yet, but they'll be off in between.
I wish that was me.
But I feel like it was like a bunch of stuff leading up to that. Because then
Plus all
there
the
was
excitement leading up to it too. Yeah, because you'd have all that time off.
there was all the Christmas stuff at school. For some reason, I remember because there was the Christmas programs, whatever they called them. Doug dressed up as a present. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah, he
this?
did. I do remember that now.
Why was he a present?
I don't know. Because
He
he was a present
literally,
to us all.
he was a box. They would use a big cardboard box, mom and dad, and they had to wrap it and give him little armholes for his arms to stick out of. And he had a wrapping. I think there's a bow. I swear there's a picture somewhere though.
I'm sure there is. I feel like I've seen it.
But my question is, Doug, why were you a present?
Yeah, Doug,
I
leave it
don't
in the
re-
comment down below.
I don't
Comment
remember.
down below.
That's the wrong
That's
snack.
the wrong snack. If you watch our vlogs, then you know what that's from. Jeremy Leach and Felicia's Broke Girl Travels.
That's right. And
That's part of the reason we vlog too, so we don't forget.
Yes, so we don't forget. It's honest. Like, oh, then the tagline. And that's literally so we don't forget.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
my
Doug is a
question is,
present.
what was a Christmas program that they were like, you know what, Douglas, you're going to be a present. You don't get a talking part. You don't get nothing. You're a present. Was everybody presents?
I don't know. Wasn't that one of them when they're doing like not a Christmas story? I forget the one with Scrooge, whatever it's called.
Oh, the Christmas Carol.
Ebenezer Scrooge, yeah, Christmas Carol maybe. Because I remember Dad filming that when I was a kid.
With the big camera,
Yeah,
the
the
one you
big
hold up
camera.
on your shoulder.
Yeah, so when people like ask about like how we got into vlogging and stuff like that, it's like just growing up, we used to film like everything, like all the time,
Literally
all the
everything.
holidays, like even Christmas, we'd film Christmas the whole way and watch. I remember I'd watch it afterwards too.
Jeremy's like, oh, I love this. I
Let's
love when
re-
I
let-
opened
yeah,
up this.
I love when I opened a gift. That
Which,
sound like-
speaking of that, that's on my list too. Actually, I have on here Jeremy opening gifts for my thing because it was the year Jeremy got NFL Blitz.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And tell me why Jeremy, because everyone came over, and I think that's part of it too of why it was like, but it was colder out.
Oh yeah, it was a lot colder. Well, I mean, feel it was cold last year too, but still,
Well, there was snow,
yeah, just not snow every year.
but then everyone came over and we had to eat breakfast first. Which I think as a kid I was like, I don't eat breakfast, but now I would love the breakfast.
Yeah, like every year now, because my our papa started that. RP to him. He started where he would like bring over breakfast over. My mom would make it, so now I do the same thing every year.
Yeah, Jeremy's carried down the tradition.
Yep, which I got the stuff for him yesterday. Because my brother was like, "Yep, Mom don't want to make it, whatever," and she's like, "I never said that I would make it." He's like, "Oh, okay, Jeremy, buy the stuff then."
Yeah, why don't you tell them what happened when they got their Walmart delivery?
So I got it Walmart delivered to their house, which apparently I guess they didn't hear about because we were at work last night. My dad said my mom called and was like, "Hey, Jeremy got me a new mixer or whatever," because I got her a new mixer because hers messed up. Because she's like, "I'm gonna have to make the cookies by hand." I was like, "Well, if we're gonna have cookies, we need something that's gonna go through that door or whatever." So they got the Walmart delivery, and Alexandra said she just happened to be outside, grabbed the stuff, and walked away. The guy was like, "Hey, wait, I need a picture." So she had to come back and hold the orange juice for the guy, so we could take a picture.
But he didn't put her face in the picture.
No, it's just the orange juice.
It's from here down,
Yeah.
and it's just the orange juice that she's holding.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. So they got it delivered to their house, and they said, "Oh, this will be good." So they have it in the basement, ready for Christmas morning.
Well,
I
that's
even
good.
got fake meat for Alexandra and Tanya too.
Oh, for breakfast?
For
Did you get
breakfast, yeah.
the links or the patties?
I got Tatiana said to get the patties, and then I got fake bacon too.
Oh, the fake bacon's good.
And Tatiana said, "Oh, it's good." I said, "You want it?" She's like, "Well, I mean, if you're gonna offer, then sure, I'll take it."
And she said, sure.
Of course, she said sure. So that's what happened yesterday. But yeah, because I remember just for breakfast. I remember the same thing as a kid. Like you're like, I don't eat breakfast. I just want to open gifts. But it just always smelled so
Yeah.
good.
But that was nice because then everybody came over. And then, but I remember I swear it was NFL Blitz. And you decided to go get the thing and open it up a little crack to peek what the thing was. What was that?
I'm pretty sure it was NFL Blitz. I remember doing that. I remember getting in trouble too.
And that's because, remember what I said? I said, "Mom, Jeremy's
Yep.
opening a present."
Called me out.
Because
It
he's
got me in
laying
trouble.
down, flat down, just trying to peel it, and he's looking and looking because Jeremy, he just has to know everything.
That's true.
So I put that on there. Oh, and I have to bring this up real quick before my ring light that I got, sponsored by Jeremy Leach, and it came with this nice little thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, a gift for you.
Yeah, so I got the light because it was pretty rough without it. It was pretty
Yeah, she's
dark.
like, I don't know what I'm gonna do in here. I might even turn off my light. I'm like, oh, it's gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
I just happened to look, and there was one on sale. It was a smaller one. I was like, that sounds like something she could use for the podcast.
And here we are.
Here we are.
All right. And what else you got on your list, Jeremy?
Let's see here. Let me look through it. I guess it could go along with it, but let me see. No, I lost it. Where was it? Oh, just like life without a smartphone sort of thing. You could say the same thing for Christmas too, because like back in the day, like you had like you can't just like mess on your phone to like pass the time in a way. You know, you just kind of like the excitement just building, just waiting for Christmas to start, sort of thing.
That's true. Because now everyone's just
on her phone.
Yeah, but it's entertaining. But
it is entertaining, but it's just not the same, if it makes sense. But obviously now I have it, so I want to use it all the time.
Well, that's right. Well, then it was also the Christmas movies, which I had wrote down, those claymation movies.
Oh yeah, the old school ones, which I found out those are from like the 60s. I always forget about
those
that.
Were the best. It was Rudolph, Santa's Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman.
Mm-hmm. And there was the other one too, the Christmas in July one. With the dude with the fire on his head that Jamal likes.
Oh,
I forget the name of it.
What is his name? They always do that TikTok challenge of the. What's his name?
That's what I'm searching right now.
I want to say Heisenberg, but it ain't Heisenberg.
It didn't.
That would have been a whole different Christmas movie. Jeremy's gonna
Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July.
What's his name? It's like right there, something Meister, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for
Ice Meister.
Ice Meister sounds right.
But what was the fire guy?
I don't know. I can't find him.
Jeremy can't find him.
Let me Google this again. Look at that. You couldn't look at this back in there. You'd just have to guess and like, man.
Well, when everyone would just have arguments back and forth about, I'm right. No, I'm right. And then now it's just like, well, I'll just Google it and find the answer.
Actually, I don't know if that's the movie I'm thinking of, though.
With the guy with the fire hair?
Yeah, I think that's something else, actually.
But everyone does it in the winter, but I don't know what their names are. Ice Meister, I swear, is the ice guy.
I'm Googling it.
I cannot think of the guy that's the red guy, the fire guy. Well, if you know the name of the guy, I guess put it down below. Jeremy's...
A Miser Brothers Christmas, it's called.
Oh. But it's like the same people, right?
It's the same people, yeah. Snow Misers is Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
See, I was right with the Miser. I knew the Miser was in there.
There it is. Oh, it's from 2008? I thought it was before that.
Yeah, I thought I remember.
It's still claymation style.
But that was on my thing too, is that now there's no Christmas movies. Well, if they are
Hallmark ones.
The Hallmark, it's not the same. Before it was Home Alone, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, there's a Jingle All the Way with Larry the Cable Guy I've never seen.
I don't think I'd watch that. I don't think so. But the Santa Claus movies, those were so good. And when was the last time that they had like a good Christmas movie?
That's a good question. Yeah, because like Jingle All the Way, Christmas with the Cranks, stuff like that. Yeah.
The Grinch.
I'm just looking at the Grinch, which the animated Grinch was good, but the one with Jim Carrey is obviously better.
Well, yeah. Well, we always watched the Grinch. I know the animated one when it was getting close to Christmas time.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't watched any Christmas movies so far this season.
I haven't either.
And that's part of the problem because it's like, oh, I got work. Come home and get to do my stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Right, but then otherwise it's like, hey, everyone's online. I guess I could watch a movie or get online. Yeah, I'll get online and socialize.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too. Like I've told people, like oh, you play video games? It's like, yeah, I do, but it's mainly just to like talk to people. Like there's some days you don't even play a game. You just sit there and just talk. You use it like a phone. That. I've done it, especially around COVID.
Told me that before. He said you use a PlayStation Party like it's like you're on the phone. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, you've been on the phone for 6 hours. Like, yeah, but we've done stuff. We play Call of Duty. It's
I
different.
love when people get on there and it's a day off. Someone's like, dude, this party's been open for 8 hours.
You're
Yeah.
like, shut up. Like,
But
yeah,
sometimes I get around, I do stuff.
right,
I
yeah.
just be in the
Right, just be in the party, or you're like, go start
party.
the party. Like, oh, no one's here yet. I'll go eat. I'll go do this. I'll go do
Yeah.
that. Or like, oh, I need to go run this errand, and I'll be right back. And you come back, and the party's just like popping with people in there.
Yeah, then everyone's in there.
That's the best too. Yeah, when you go in the party and then you leave for like 10, 15 minutes to go and do something, then you come back, everyone's in the party like, we've been talking to you for 10 minutes.
I go,
Like,
oh, sorry.
I wasn't here, or I muted my microphone. Well, you didn't have that back in the day either. I remember I got the PlayStation 1 back in the day. It's a Christmas gift from Uncle Greg.
Oh yeah, I remember
PS1 when I first started all.
before we got one. I don't remember what a year would have been. First grade, maybe second. I have no idea. Whenever it came out, and people like, I want a PlayStation, and I was like, they're so stupid because I didn't know it was a video game thing. I thought it was like when you're a baby and you lay on the floor and those things that go over you with the dangly toys that hang down. I thought that's what
that
they
thing.
wanted. I was like, what a bunch of babies. They want a PlayStation? That's stupid.
The PlayStation 1, well, PlayStation as it was called before the PS1 came out, it was released December 3rd, 1994, but we didn't get it that year. We got it a few years later. I'm trying to think when we got it. I want to feel to say like around 98 or something we got it.
I feel like that would be right.
97, 98, I feel like around there. I don't remember if we had Boo or not.
If we had her.
Well, because she was born in 98, so if it was in 98, she would have been alive.
Oh, were you alive then?
Yeah, were you alive then? I remember being excited because it was NBA Live. And I was like, I get to be Michael Jordan because it was during the Bulls run. And Uncle Greg's like, yeah, he's not on there.
Oh, man.
He like never licensed himself to be on the game until like years later. So you just had like some random guy in the Bulls.
Was he bald and black?
I believe
to represent Michael Jordan?
From what I remember, yeah. He just like player 99, they just had like a random name.
But he was Michael Jordan.
Actually, I mean, look, I could tell you when I got the game because it was NBA Live 2008. Oh, not 2008, 1998. Because I kind of remember what the thing looked like. 98, maybe 99. Okay, honestly, I don't remember looking at it.
Jeremy's like, I have no idea.
I feel like it was 97. What you mean we got it in 1997?
We got it? I'm like, it's not like Boo would remember. Boo would be a baby anyway.
I'm just looking at the cover of the game. I believe it was this one, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It was so long ago. I haven't thought about this in forever. Normally, I would just like do my research. I remember all the stuff, but it just like
I just thought
so we don't forget.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it was 97, but it could be 98. Either way, I remember he was on there, but it was like a 90-something overall guy. Or like 99 was his number instead of Michael Jordan. I was kind of sad.
Oh, I didn't play it then, so I wouldn't remember.
You didn't play it until years later.
I got a good one here.
Okay.
I think you'll be like, oh yeah. Christmas Eve, we always made cookies. If it was always sugar cookies, and all the time, all of a sudden, Mom and Dad would be like, well, Uncle Tommy just called. We got to go pick up the money because we got to go get the presents.
Oh, yep.
Because then we'd each get to pick out a present. And I used to love doing that. But I'm like, Mom and Dad probably hated that. Christmas Eve.
Right.
Like, oh, I got to go shopping.
Like when you're a kid, you're like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I was like, let's go. And we had to take we put the sugar cookie dough and go put it in the fridge.
Yep.
We got
put a towel over it.
Yep.
Man, just thinking now as an adult, like as a kid, you're like, hell yeah. But as an adult, like, no, that doesn't sound fun at all.
I got to get 4 or 5 kids all bundled up.
No thanks.
And go sit in the minivan and drive to the stores. And some people were kind of particular. I don't want that. I don't want that. Because the thing is, you had to have something to show them. Be like, this is what I got with the money.
Man,
I remember looking, but I feel like I always got clothes.
I don't remember what I got either. I remember liking it, but I don't remember what it was.
I feel like I always got clothes.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I got clothes a couple times. Maybe shoes.
I feel like the memory of the shopping is like the memories where it's like dark. I was in a store, but it was dark.
Right.
I was in Shopko. I remember being in Shopko.
Shopko or Kmart? Oh yeah, Shopko. I do remember Shopko.
Shopko and Racine, I think.
Yeah.
We'd be in there.
Where even was Shopko and Racine? I'm thinking about it.
It's off of 20. It's not there no more. By Old Country Buffet.
Oh, that's right. That's why I remember it.
Old Country
Okay.
Buffet was before.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Mm. Remember they used to have like a whole thing there because you'd be in waiting to get an Old Country Buffet and like walk down that hallway and there was a
Yep.
bunch of
I
stores.
remember going to Country Buffet for holidays too. I mean, not necessarily for Christmas, but other ones. I think
Well,
we went Christmas Eve a couple times.
it was at Christmas. We went to that Chinese buffet.
That was Christmas. Yep.
That, no offense, but that was horrible.
Yeah, I just remember there being a clown and Doug being afraid of a clown. I'm like, why are you afraid of a clown? And the clown came over. I'm like, okay, I understand it now. This is creepy.
I'm scared of the clown.
No, thank you. Please go away, Mr. Clown. And he's like, hello, friends, or whatever he said.
I remember the food was not that great.
I remember being good either. I remember being kind of disappointed. I was like, this isn't good. But that's what they wanted. So I'm just a kid. I'm like, no, this is great. I love it.
I don't know why. I want to say it was Nana's idea to go there.
It might have been. I remember like having pizza or something, but I don't remember it being very good.
There was pizza. I think there was chicken nuggets.
I remember whenever I had it wasn't very good. I remember we went to another buffet in Kenosha once, and they had like pizza, and I ate it. I was like, this is Aldi pizza. Like, how do you know? I'm like, I've had Aldi pizza. I know.
I know my Aldi.
Not the Pocahontas. What was it called?
Ponderosa?
Ponderosa. I think that's what it was.
Oh, yeah. It was over by where on Highway 50.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I remember eating it, and I was like, this is Aldi pizza. How do you know? I'm like, I know my Aldi pizza. Okay.
I know what Aldi pizza tastes like.
I do know what Aldi pizza tastes like.
Oh, they've changed it now.
Yeah. It's still good, but it doesn't taste like childhood like it used to.
It's not the same. Or maybe our taste buds changed, but they probably changed it.
I feel like I would know.
Oh, and I just I'm gonna shout out myself here.
Okay, you're shouting out yourself.
Because yesterday was my 1-year anniversary of breaking my elbow.
I seen that.
Yes.
I would say congratulations, but not congratulations.
No, I was worried because it popped up in my time hop, right? And all of a sudden I looked and I was wearing the same sweatshirt I wore
Really?
a year ago, that Walt Disney green one. And I was like, I'm gonna break my elbow again. I'm gonna today. I was like, I gotta take it easy. I gotta be real cautious.
I remember when you called me that day too. Felicia called me.
Yeah, FaceTimed.
Yeah, FaceTime.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas, day before John's birthday. I remember I was like thinking, what do I want to get for dinner? Because I was like in a DoorDash something, because I believe I was on third shift. That's right. I was like, no, I don't feel like doing anything. And then I remember getting a FaceTime from Felicia. I was like, oh, maybe she wants to get online or something. She's sitting in a dark car. She's like, Jeremy? I'm like, what? They turn on the light? I broke my elbow. I'm like, what?
Pissed.
And Jamal just laughed. He's like, that's how you're going to start with it? She's like, how else am I going to say it? I broke my elbow.
I don't know what else to say.
They're like, can you come help us? They're like, can you come help us get Jamal's car? It's stuck at the what do you call it? The doctor or whatever.
Yeah, I drove myself.
And then we ended up going to get Mexican food.
Yeah, and they're like, that food was delicious. It was good, but the point was, I'm sitting there in pain. I literally broke my elbow.
She's like almost in tears, crying. And Jamal like, man, this is like the best food we've ever had.
I had no pain medicine. I have nothing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the reason we went to eat was because we're waiting for your medicine to be ready.
I was just out there, nothing, just my arm in a sling, sitting there eating. Yes, the food was good. For some reason, the Diet Pepsi was really good that day.
Yep. I remember too, you got in the car and you just kind of look like you're about to cry. I'm like, what? I can't buckle myself.
Yeah, I gotta do for myself.
And she's like, you need to buckle me. I'm like, okay. Man.
The way I broke it was stupid. Literally at the gas station, like, oh, I got off early. This is so nice. Jamal's off today. I'll go get gas. Let me clean out the car. Go walk back. Trip. Fall. Then I tripped over the freaking pump that's in the car. Fell with my arm straight out. Don't fall that way. Because all of a sudden, first it was shock, and I was like, ooh, that hurt. And I was like, then a guy's like, hey, you fell. I was like, yeah. Oh, you're fine. I'm like, I don't know. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're young. You're good. I was like, okay. And then I went to go get in the car, and I was like, I was like, I can't move my arm. And I was like, well, yeah, maybe it's okay. So I start to drive home, and then I pulled over because it was pain. Pain set in. Then I pulled over and Googled, can you go to the walk-in for a broken bone? I said yes, and I drove there. But you know what the first thing they had said when I get in there? I'm like, I think I broke it, blah, blah, blah. They're like, well, did you try to ice it? Did you wait a while? Did you try Tylenol? I'm like, Tylenol's not going to do nothing.
She's like, it literally happened like 10 minutes ago, and I'm here.
My arm is broke.
It's a broken.
But that's how it happened. That was a long recovery. That was pretty rough.
Remember we had.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean the good thing was we just had vacation a few weeks ago, so that was the good part. The bad part was we had vacation again in like 2 months at that point too, and Christmas.
Yeah.
I remember on Christmas you just laying in the dad's recliner, you just laying all the way back with your arm and just in pain.
It hurt. Like literally the smallest movement. I remember then that night that I got home, we had to cut my shirt off because I couldn't bend my arm to or unbend it because it was bent. Take it off. She was like, we can do it. I was like, just get scissors. Just cut it off.
The funny thing, but not funny thing, was like our dad broke his elbow like a few months before that in the summertime, the same exact elbow, and he was like, "Oh, I know your pain, what you're going through," and he like gave her pointers, like you're gonna feel like this, and then it's gonna hurt like this,
and you're gonna cry.
And Felicia's like, "Man, yes, I did.
I cried.
At least it was healed enough for when we went to Disney and stuff in February. We went to Cali.
That is true, and I did at that point because I still couldn't put my arm all the way straight, so it hurt. So I would put my hand in my pocket because then it was kind of bent and it was just chill.
And she's like, "See, I'm still
Look,
keeping it. I still got it going on. I remember even for the plane, you weren't wearing the sling, but you wore the sling on the plane, though.
Because I didn't want people to try to touch it, and I wore TSA because they make you put the arms up when you go in the thing.
She's like, I can't do that.
My arm can't
That's
go
not
up
happening.
like that.
Hi, Oliver.
I say shout out Oliver out there barking.
He's like, I want to be on a podcast.
Oliver, he would have his own podcast.
Man, I thought I broke my arm the other day at first because I took a tumble.
Oh yeah, Jeremy's tumble. You gonna show your boo boo?
No, I'm not gonna show it. So I was going outside to bring my dog in, and as I like shout out Marshall, as I like stepped down to get outside from the side door, I like tumbled, and I was like, one of those things like you're going down, so I was like, oh, I'll just roll myself. Well, I tried to do that and it didn't work. I had Crocs on. The Croc went flying. I like scraped my leg on the ground.
Gotta put him in 4-wheel drive, Jeremy.
I didn't put him in 4-wheel drive. And then I just remember I'm just looking around. I'm like, is my watch broken? No. Is my phone good? Yeah. So then I didn't see anyone. I jumped up.
Am I broken?
And then I went in the backyard. My dog just looking at me like, oh no.
He's like,
because he wouldn't come in. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna go get him. And then he came in right away. Then you could tell he felt bad. He's ears back. He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I remember I got in the party. I was like, hello. They're like, what? I was like, I just fell. They're like, how do you fall? I'm like, I don't know. I still got a Band-Aid on it right now.
Yeah, you got a boo-boo. Jamal was laughing.
He's laughing his off.
Because then Jeremy showed his injury. Probably won't show it here. It is his foot.
No
free foot pics.
No free foot pics.
But Jamal's like, how did you fall like that? He's like, Jeremy, you got beat up. Telling me. Did you get beat up? No, I didn't get beat up.
No, I just fell. That hurt. Luckily, I didn't have any. The worst part about it was I had to go to work in like an hour after that.
Oh, I forgot you. Yeah, you did have to go to work.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't too bad. I survived.
Oh, I got something here to show you, by the way. Speaking of dogs.
Papa dog.
Yeah, so I got this great hat when I was in Florida last time. Oh, yeah. I was very excited.
Let's show the hat again. Like, pull it back towards your face. There you go, so you can see it better.
Oh,
what's that green stuff on it?
Oh.
Is that guac?
Well, I came home the other day.
Uh-oh.
And Luna said, I love your hat so much. I'm going to chew the top of it.
Luna.
And I'm like, I can't even, if I color it in, it don't matter. It's all chewed up. You can't do that. And I'm like, well, let me see. I go to look at the back.
Oh, no.
Destroyed.
Well, that's sad.
Yep. So then I was like, well, I can't even sew the back. So if I sew the back, the top's still messed up. So now it's garbage.
Man, you were so excited to buy that hat, too.
I was very excited. I looked at it and I was like, nah. And then I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about the hat. I'm going to go back and get the hat. And then Luna ate it.
And you didn't even get to wear the hat the day you wanted to wear the hat.
And I wore it for a little bit. But I look like a delivery driver, so I took it off.
Oh, Jamal.
So you took the hat off?
I didn't realize you took it off until we were packing up to make sure whatever. And then I was like, oh, the hat's on the ground. Like, yeah, I threw it there. And I was like, oh.
You didn't want to wear it.
I didn't know. TSA pre-check was nice. I will say that when I went through. First time I get to use it.
Yeah, Jeremy keeps telling us all to get it.
Yep. It's worth it.
Eventually, I want it. I'm going to get it. It's
nice. Because you see everyone else. I mean, it wasn't, the flights we took were early in the morning, kind of late at night. So it wasn't really that long of a line anyway, especially in Orlando. But TSA was like a breeze. I was like waiting for them. It was nice. Great time.
I hope next time I have that.
That would be nice.
I got one more thing here on my list.
All right.
Tell me if you remember. The thing was, on Christmas Eve, everyone came over.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone came over 2 days in a row.
Yep.
Which I'm like, I don't know how everybody was off, but everyone was off.
Right.
But
yeah, it's like one of those things you don't think about until you're like an adult, and you're like, how did everyone make that happen?
How the heck did they do that?
Yeah.
But they stayed over late. And I remember they were like, nope, you guys got to go to bed because Santa's coming. Which
I do remember that.
That is part of it too. That you're like, Santa's gonna come.
Yeah, I remember they put the Santa counter thing on, or not the counter from like the Weather Channel, or whatever. It's like, oh, people in the space station, he's here. You should be going to bed.
And we're like, how come you guys don't have to go to bed? I don't remember their excuse.
I just remember them. I don't really know their excuse either. I just remember I couldn't sleep, just laying in bed, tossing and turning, being so excited. And I was like, I got to make sure I'm asleep when Santa comes.
I remember one time we were in the room and all of a sudden we heard like knocking on the wall for the room. Bam, bam, bam. And then all of a sudden Mom comes in the room. Did you guys knock on the wall? We're like, no. Like, did you? She's like, no. That must have been Santa. You better hurry up. He's already here. And they were out there just still hanging out, chilling and laughing. I'm like, what time did they even go home?
Because I feel like they shipped us to bed early too.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, comment down below. What time did we have to go to bed?
Yeah, time did we have to go to bed for
What'd you guys do after we went to bed?
Honestly, they probably just sat around, ate some food, just laughed at us like, well, look at them kids. Honestly, they probably just tired of us, if you're being completely honest.
They can go back to bed.
Go back to bed. We can just sit here, just watch TV and eat.
I want to know now. I'm like, what time do they stay till?
So I'd like to know. Because then they came back early in the morning the next day, too.
It was early. We got up early.
I remember we'd always be up at like 5, 6 in the morning, and Mom and Dad are like, no. Then like, make the coffee. So we make coffee, and like, all right, we'll be there. And the coffee's done. We'll be there. It's like, okay, come on. We're just sitting on their bed waiting. Like, come on. Let's go.
Mom and Dad slept 2 hours.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Hurry up, Mom and Dad. Let's go.
Remember we'd have to watch TV. Oh, they were finished sleeping.
And always would be a Christmas story over and over again on repeat.
Oh, yeah, because that was on a lot.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm not a big fan of it these days. I feel like I've seen it too many times.
I don't feel like I've never seen it the whole way through. And I know people love that movie.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen it too much, which is being 24/7. Like it's a good movie from Remember, but I don't know. I just rather watch other ones.
Jeremy said they could put other movies on 24/7.
Yeah, like The Grinch or Catch Me If You Can. Catch Me If You Can. I still say that's a Christmas movie because it's based during Christmas Eve. So
it's a Christmas movie.
I watch it on Christmas every year, which I need to watch it this year. I haven't watched it yet.
I'm telling you, I gotta watch. I need to make a list. I've got limited days here because we are.
I was just out for a few days and I didn't watch a single Christmas movie.
That's disappointing.
I know. I should have. Because it's like one of those things you like lay down. It's like, oh, I could watch a movie, but I'll be up kind of late, so I'll just watch YouTube or something and end up being up late anyway. That's how they get you.
You should have did it.
I should have.
Another thing you should have did? Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah, we used to do those too all the time.
All the time. Going Christmas Land would be packed.
Yep. I drove through by Christmas Lane the other day. We went to Cane's, and there was like no one down the road.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know Boo is and John and Thaddeus, they've taken the cats.
Yep, and Marshall.
You know what? Didn't they take Dee Dee, did they?
No, I think Dee Dee's next.
Shout out Dee Dee when you get to go to Christmas Lane.
Now her ears are perking up like, what?
What? I'm going to go to Christmas Lane? Dee Dee, and they tell them to get you a pup cup when you go.
Yeah, you deserve a pup cup.
You do deserve.
They said Bobby, the kitty cat, that it was upset that it had to leave the car because it liked it so much. It's like, I like the car rides. That cat's crazy. That cat is crazy.
Bobby, if you're watching, you're a nut.
She probably just ran across the room just now. She's like level 10 all the time.
But I think, looking at the list here, and I'm like, okay, all this stuff, the people are like, oh, Christmas don't feel like Christmas. Because we don't have time to put in all this work. People ain't got time to go watch Christmas movies no more. They ain't got time to go. You gotta make time for yourself. That's what I agree. Because then you gotta go see the Christmas lights. Go get some hot chocolate.
Make cookies.
Yeah, make cookies.
All that stuff. Plus, it's just different these days. Like, I feel like you're saying the Christmas movies, like, I feel like it used to be like a Christmas movie every single year coming out, like in theaters. I for whatever reason, I remember when Santa Claus 2 was coming out, like, it was like everywhere. Christmas Day, Santa Claus 2.
But now they ain't got nothing.
No, now they have.
If they do, there's that one, the bad Santa movie. I don't want that.
No.
I want, or like Disney Channel had good ones, The Ultimate Christmas Present.
Man, Santa Claus 2 came out in 2002. Dang. I feel like that was yesterday. It came out actually November 1st, 2002.
That's what you should watch. Watch some of the old Disney ones. I remember The Ultimate Christmas Present.
Ultimate Christmas present?
Yes, it was about snow. 'Cause I remember we were watching it one day, and Uncle Tony came over. He was like, "What is this movie?" I was like, "The Ultimate Christmas Present."
That I know exactly what movie that is.
Yeah, Uncle Tony was like, "What's the ultimate Christmas present? Is it love?" I said, "No, it's snow." He's like, "That's stupid."
I always the funny thing is I've always remembered that movie, like just remembered watching it as a kid, but I never can remember the name of it until just now.
That's it. Find it up. Look it up. Maybe it's on Disney Plus.
It is.
It is. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Jeremy's gonna make himself some Christmas magic.
There you go. That's funny. I didn't know Uncle Jeff told you that. That's funny.
That's Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony, I mean.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. It was snow. But I remember that. I should rewatch that.
Yep.
So that's what you got to do, Jeremy. You got to make yourself some cookies. Go see some Christmas lights. Watch some movies. I just made a Christmas blanket last night
Oh, did you?
over FaceTime with Boo, Mom, and Tanya.
Oh, wow.
We were going to do it in person, but then they were sick, and we held it off, and we just did it over FaceTime.
Wow. Well, thanks for the invite.
What? You were going to make a blanket?
I was at work
You were
anyway.
at work.
It's funny. Man, I really want to watch this movie now. That brings me back. That came out in December 1st, 2000.
Give it a go.
Brenda Song was in that?
Yes, that's
Oh,
what
she was, yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Man,
That's right.
the more you know.
The more you know. So that's right, everybody. Remember, you got to put a lot of work in now because you have a job and you get your parents to do it all for you.
That's true.
So that's
There's another point I was going to make, and I already forgot what it was because then I started thinking about this movie.
You got to watch that movie.
Man, I got to.
Well, technically, I am going to see Christmas lights on Saturday.
Are you?
Yeah, we're going to go with Jamal, his mom, and Janae, the drive-through ones that Doug went to before.
Oh, I've heard it's good. I've never been.
I've never been either. We're going to do that. I'm hoping they want to stop and get some hot chocolate before we go, though.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I don't even know.
Starbucks or something?
Yeah, that's what I want, Starbucks.
Starbucks sounds good.
And then that, I'm not making Christmas cookies.
You can buy some at the store.
That's not the same. I might make the Christmas. I'm making the Christmas, well, not Christmas, the holiday pretzels.
Ooh.
Everybody doesn't want them this time. Maybe my recipe's starting to slack.
Yep. I already paid for mine, though. I already pre-ordered.
He did. He pre-ordered. I'm actually going to make those today.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm thinking I might make the chocolate ones. Go to the store today and see.
Oh, there you go. That's the thing, too. Like, going to the store before the holidays just sucks.
Oh, I was like, who even wants to go shopping?
Right. I will say, Black Friday, you could kind of rope Black Friday into this conversation, too, because Black Friday, they're back in the day. Like, working at Uncle Tommy's store, I remember step at Winnie's before we started, whatever, and just seeing all the lines by, like, Kmart and Shopko and all that. It was ridiculous.
Crazy.
I remember you to get a lot of traffic in the store, too. I just remember everywhere would be like crazy. I remember when I first asked, like, what's Black Friday? Because everyone was talking about it, like, seeing all these people, like, oh, people just, like, go and buy a bunch of I remember, like, now it doesn't even seem like that long ago. People were talking about it, and they were saying, like, how on holidays, like, oh, we're not opening until late or whatever, so that way on Thanksgiving you can spend time with your family. People are pissed. It's like, why? I want to stay outside for a TV.
Wait outside for hours.
I seen a thing this year, too, that for Target somewhere, they were advertising the TV was on sale, but turns out it really wasn't.
Yeah, their prices, they didn't do good this year.
No, everyone said that I want a price on or a discount on food or whatever, but because like even Black Friday, they start like November 1st now. It's like pre-Black Friday sales.
Yeah, you can get the deals all
And it's
all
online.
month long now. It don't even matter.
I remember,
Or online. You ain't got to go nowhere.
Yeah, I remember when it first started being like that. It was nice. I was at we go to Thanksgiving for mom and dad's or whatever, and I always be on my phone looking at video games to buy. I was like, I want this game, because they were like half off. You don't even get really that anymore either.
No, you ain't got to find that nowhere.
No, you might, but it's very rare, especially digital, because I only buy digital games now.
They ain't got that no more.
No, not like it used to be.
Jeremy said that's the problem. It's not like it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Man, this brings me back.
So
Christmas is still my favorite holiday, though.
Oh well, definitely. It's not like Christmas sucks. I still love Christmas. I'm just saying you gotta put a little more work into it now. Is the thing. If you want that cozy Christmas.
Cozy Christmas. There you go.
And I'm doing it. I got my Christmas stuff. I've been wearing Christmas stuff for a while.
I got my Christmas hat on.
He got his Christmas hat on.
Wait, there it is. It's hard looking at it, camera trying to point where something is.
Yeah, because it's backwards. Jeremy said it's not backwards; it's rightwards. But so, what's all our socials here, Jeremy?
No.
Jeremy put them together so you guys can, all these thousands of people
That are listening right now.
For our first episode. Now remember, if you're here for the first episode, they check out the next one.
Mm-hmm. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Keep going.
Our goal is to make it past 4 episodes.
That's right. That's our goal. We'll see if we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Our plan is every other week here. So we'll see. But you can find us everywhere at So We Don't Forget Pod.
That's right. We on Twitter?
We on Twitter. The name on Twitter is a little bit different just because of Twitter said the name was too long. And someone already had So We Don't Forget. So it's kind of jumbled. If you search it, you'll find it. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I think that's it for now. There's others I need to get on, but I forget what they were. But that's the main ones. Oh, and of course, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. So anchor.fm/So We Don't Forget Pod. That's
right. And check it out. And I would say my recommendation to end this podcast is, for everything but Christmas too, just give yourself a little more time and do something a little nice for yourself.
Well, there you go. Maybe even get yourself something because you deserve it.
Yeah. Is that your same your rec?
Yeah, I would say that's my recommendation.
In terms of go buy yourself something.
Yeah, go buy yourself something. As long as you're not putting yourself in too much debt. But if you're a little bit, that's okay.
A little something. Everyone's in debt.
Like don't go. Yeah, don't just go out and buy a brand new $100,000 car just because you want to. No, don't do that.
I meant a nice little hot chocolate or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Yeah. Or a video game.
Yeah,
or PS5. Who knows?
That's right. Give yourself a PS5.
There you go. That's
all right.
Oh, you can also check me out at Jeremy Leach on everything.
Oh, too. Jeremy's got to make sure he throws himself out.
That's where the vlogs are. You got to check Felicia's vlogs out at Broke Girl Travels. You can go check out our recent vacation when we went to Florida. Went to Disney. Hollywood Studios.
Go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment.
Comment down below.
Comment down below and tell us what you want our next one to be on, or any comments about this episode.
There you go.
Yeah. So thanks for listening or watching.
Or watching either of them. Until next time. So we don't forget.
So we don't forget.